This is News Hour on Ifako Radio. Good morning. I'm Olanre Tiololade. The major headlines: Federal revenue agencies face shake-up as Tinubu signs tax bill. Senate fumes as NNPCL shuns 210 trillion naira audit probe. ICYMI: Nigerians earning below 250,000 naira monthly exempted from tax. Oyedele: Tinubu brokers late-night peace talks to resolve Rivers political crisis. Alleged age falsification: NJC recommends 10 Imo judges for sack. Sports: AC Milan targets Arokudare. Entertainment: Biodu Stephen joins forces with Kayode Kasum for Unclaimed. News in detail. Federal revenue agencies face shake-up as Tinubu signs tax bills. President Bola Tinubu on Thursday signed into law 4 tax reform bills, declaring that it signals Nigeria's readiness for modern economic growth and international investment. Following Tinubu's access to 4 tax reform bills, key revenue-generating agencies, including the Nigeria Customs Services, Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, and several federal ministries and agencies, may lose their tax collection mandates. The development, which establishes the Nigerian Revenue Service as the sole body responsible for collecting federally chargeable taxes, is expected to trigger major restructuring across the federal revenue architecture. Senate fumes as NNPCL shuns 210 trillion naira audit probe. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited on Thursday failed to appear before the Senate Committee on Public Accounts probing alleged financial discrepancies amounting to over 210 trillion naira in its audited report from 2017 to 2023. Despite being summoned, no officials or external auditors from NNPCL showed up. However, representatives from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, and Department of State Services were present. In response to NNPCL's absence, the committee issued a 10-day ultimatum demanding the company's top executives appear before the panel by July 10 or face constitutional sanctions. A letter from NNPCL's Chief Financial Officer, Dapo Shegun, dated June 25th, was read at the session. It cited an ongoing management retreat and requested a 2-month extension to prepare necessary documents and responses, but the lawmakers rejected the request. The committee chairman, Aliyu Wadada, said NNPCL was not expected to submit documents, but rather provide verbal responses to 11 key questions previously sent. ICYMI: Nigerians earning below 250,000 naira monthly exempted from tax. Oyedele: Nigerians earning less than 250,000 naira monthly will be exempt from income tax under new laws, according to Taiwo Oyedele, chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms. Oyedele made the disclosure on Channels Television's Politics Today, shortly after President Bola Tinubu approved 4 new tax bills on Thursday. He stated that households earning 250,000 naira or less per month are now classified as poor. Appointed by the President in July 2023, Oyedele described his 2-year tenure leading the Tax Reform Committee as both eventful and challenging. He said that the objective of the new laws, which will take effect from January 2026, were not intended to increase taxes, but to stimulate economic activity in the country and track tax evaders. Oyedele stated that the new laws would also protect businesses and ensure that the government doesn't tax poverty, adding that the new laws are efficiency-driven, growth-focused, and people-centric. Tinubu brokers late-night peace talks to resolve Rivers political crisis. In a major step towards resolving the prolonged political crisis in Rivers State, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Thursday night convened a high-level peace meeting at the State House in Abuja, bringing together key factors in the conflict for a rare face-to-face dialogue. According to a post by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Ononuga, on his verified X handle on Friday morning, the closed-door meeting was attended by suspended Rivers Governor Siminalayi Fubara, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, suspended Rivers Speaker Martins Amewule, and several other lawmakers embroiled in the dispute. The peace talk, described as a reconciliation meeting, has been considered about the most significant and defining intervention of many others by President Tinubu since the crisis erupted and deepened into a near constitutional impasse. Onanuga described the meeting, which was initiated by the president, as a closed doors and was organized to end the political hostilities that have gripped Rivers State for months and to restore normalcy and order. Alleged age falsification. NJC recommends 10 Imo judges for sack. The National Judicial Council has recommended 10 judges of the Imo State Judiciary for compulsory retirement over alleged age falsification. It also cautioned Edo State Chief Judge Justice Daniel Okungbowa over alleged abuse of judicial discretion. Also yesterday, the council recommended to President Bola Tinubu the appointment of a lawyer, Maina Sarah Ibrahim Kogo Umar, as the chairman of the Code of Conduct Tribunal (CCT). Fix your internal crisis. Stop blaming Tinubu, Shehu Sani tells opposition parties. Senator Shehu Sani has urged opposition parties, including the People's Democratic Party, Labour Party, New Nigerian People's Party, and Social Democratic Party, to take responsibility for resolving their internal crisis, rather than accusing President Bola Tinubu of instigating their troubles. Speaking on national television, Sani criticized the tendency of opposition leaders to look to the presidency for solutions to their internal disputes. It is unfortunate that the opposition in the country is looking up to the president to solve their problems, he said. How logical is it when you have a problem in your house, then you start blaming your neighbor or adversary for it instead of addressing it? Nigeria loses $1.1 billion annually to medical tourism, Afreximbank. The African Export-Import Bank has revealed that Nigeria loses an estimated $1.1 billion annually to medical tourism, a trend it described as a significant drain on the country's foreign exchange and a major impediment to the development of its healthcare sector. This disclosure was made by the bank's Export Development Managing Director, Mrs. Oluroti Doherty, during the 32nd Afreximbank annual meetings held in Abuja on Thursday. She said the continued reliance on foreign medical care was not only stalling investment in local health infrastructure, but also affecting the broader economy. We had our member countries losing a lot of foreign exchange to medical tourism, she said. Sports. AC Milan targets Arokodare. Italian giants AC Milan are reportedly weighing up the possibility of signing up Nigerian international striker Tolu Arokodare once they are able to do away with Belgian forward Divock Origi. According to Football Italia, the Rossoneri need sales in order to fund the reinforcements required for a total revamp under new coach Max Allegri this summer. Several moves are already done, with Tijani Reinders sold to Manchester City and Theo Hernandez all ready for Al Hilal, and Milan are now desperate to get rid of Origi, who arrived as a free agent from Liverpool in 2022. Entertainment. Biodu Stevens joined forces with Kayode Kashu for Unclaimed. One of the Nigeria's acclaimed directors, Biodu Stevens, has joined forces with Kayode Kashu for a psychological thriller entitled Unclaimed. The film, which officially opened in Nigerian cinemas nationwide, following a private industry premiere at Alliance Franchise, Ikoyi, features Kunle Remi, Timini Egbuson, Elma Mbadiwe, Teniola Aladeshe, and Omowumi Dada. Stevens, who directed the film, blended suspense with emotional realism while offering a cinematic portrayal of the complexities of memory, family, and survival. Recap of the major headlines. Federal Revenue Agency's first shake-up as Tinubu signs tax bills. Senate fumes as NNPCL shuns 210 trillion naira audit probe. ICYMI. Nigerians earning below 250,000 monthly exempted from tax. Oyedele. Tinubu Tinubu broadcast late-night peace talks to resolve Rivers political crisis. Alleged age falsification. NJC recommends 10 Imo judges for sack. Sports. AC Milan targets Arokudare. Entertainment. Biodu Stevens joins forces with Kayode Kasum for Unclaimed. Follow us on all our social media handles: Facebook at Ifako Radio, X at Ifako Radio, YouTube at Ifako Radio, WhatsApp at Ifako Radio, Instagram at Ifako_radio. Special thanks to the news producer, Olanireti Olusegun. Thanks for watching. I'm Olanireti.